What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Mesopotamia AI only battle part 3. It's getting exciting. One civ sadly left last time around. Well, I say that, they've actually got a unit right here, but Babylon has no cities remaining. We also have Arabia, very much the favourite. I don't know. Is that fair to say? They're definitely on the right track, that's for sure, as we see Persia has just entered the industrial era. But yeah, Arabia, there you go, another city right before our very eyes. They are just settling all over the place as it stands. Which can go wrong, can be good though. And I think in this case, no one's really punishing them for it, so it's going well. And that Great Wall, it's also a bit overpowered as in this sense, but it does technically apply to every city here. So they're going to be doing well. But Egypt, no way. If Egypt attacks them, that would be crazy. I don't expect that to happen, but wouldn't be impossible. Oh, they're going for it. Okay, we've got to check the numbers on this. I know it was just yesterday, but I've forgotten everything. Do Egypt, do they have a chance? Are they expecting some help? They're slightly outnumbered, 8,000 troops. That's not much. That's like one unit, maybe. Or, you know, half health on 2 units. Persia I think Persia no, they're up here, but I guess Arabia's units are up here, so Egypt could yeah, they could pull a bit of a sneaky here. This city on the coast though could be a bit exposed, we'll see. But yeah, they could definitely end up with a couple of cities here, and that's at least something. And yeah, it will definitely slow Arabia's growth down, so that could be good for the world. Byzantium has another settler heading up this way. Greece is pretty calm at the moment. Oh, and there we go. There is a war. And it is going to be in Anatolia between the Ottomans and Byzantium. And with Byzantium adding a lot of cities recently around this coast, you'd expect the Ottomans to maybe have a bit more success. But I still don't see them getting Constantinople. Byzantium has more boats. So that's definitely an advantage. So we'll see. Persia probably holding the key right now. If they were to attack someone, that would give us some idea. But they seem pretty calm to do their own thing. There's so much open space still. World's Fair is now 33% complete. Okay. Did Persia... Yes, those other settlers are arriving. So they are going to get most of this side of the Persian Gulf too. Which I guess the only downside to that is if it was Arabia that was here, they would be able to send cargo ships and make a lot of money. Because it's just Persia again, they will not be able... Well, they can, but they won't get any money from those cargo ships. So maybe there is a downside. So far it's a slow start for the Ottomans, but yeah, there's a lot of Byzantium boats here. They're only Galeases, but still could be painful. And yeah, it's deity difficulty. I can see caravels. Those could easily be frigates in a few turns if you get some bad luck. And we have our first ideology. Egypt goes autocracy. So Egypt is doing well. Maybe we've counted them out a bit too early. They have added all these new cities. Assyria also retaking Babylon, which means Arabia now loses the Great Wall bonus for its whole empire, which again gives Egypt a pretty big advantage. This is going to be a massive battle here. A lot of Arabian troops and a lot of Egyptian troops too. It looks like Egypt, they don't have a tech... they have Gatling guns, so a slight tech advantage, but they only have one. But they actually they seem to have more musketmen, which are like more advanced, whereas pikemen, for example. Whereas Arabia does have musketmen, they just don't have as many. So maybe that will play a part. And Byzantium actually making early gains with all these boats. They managed to conquer that city. This could backfire horribly for the Ottomans if Byzantium keeps using these boats as they enter the industrial era as well. This could end pretty badly for the Ottomans. They have a few coastal cities on each side. Once those boats are done in the north, they could get all 4 and then head round if they wanted to. They have... Oh, how did you do that? Oh, the knight snuck in. I was going to say, I thought the caravel went in. I was like, that's not possible, but it was a different unit. Persia settles some more cities, and now I'm a bit worried we're going to get to the point where it runs out of names. That is very probable because of the size of the map. We will start seeing some cities called like just text city number 1 at some point. But Persia versus Assyria, yeah, that's rough. Assyria having a bit of a comeback. Oh, and the Ottomans pieced out with Byzantium. That was shorter than expected. But yeah, Persia, this is their time to shine. Look at that force marching into Akkad, where the Great Wall doesn't really have an effect because it's a one-tile border. You can't slow someone down if they're moving one tile. So yeah, we should see Persia probably take this quite quickly. Move in where Arabia sort of failed. Technically, they didn't. Arabia currently has no cities that they took off Assyria, so it's not like it's gone perfectly. And there we go, Persia's turn. Taking a bit longer than usual. Hopefully that was just for that turn. But who knows. We'll see. They'll go again soon. Why is Greece taking a long time as well? It's normally when they're picking things. Technologies, social policies, production. If it all just ends at the same time, it can go quite slow. Or the game's just slowing in general because there is a lot of units, a lot of cities. You know, there's like 100 cities right now. I'll keep an eye on this. I think this is the main place. Oh, Egypt just put down 2 more settlers. Pushing towards Arabia here. They have probably... They're not going to take anything, but they certainly stopped them growing anymore. And there you go, Egypt. This window has abruptly blocked me from showing you, but they have frigates and privateers behind this window. But here we go, Byzantium winning the World's Fair, which means they get 100% culture boost for 20 turns. That's pretty good. Free social policy right now, which is also good. Sadly, they miss out. They could have got a free ideological tenet, maybe if it was a few turns later, but never mind. And they get some points towards the Golden Age. And obviously all the Arabia, Persia, and Egypt will also get that free social policy. The Ottomans and Greece also get the Bronze Awards. Only Assyria of the alive civs actually got nothing. Rip. Not what you want. And there we go. Egypt does peace out with Arabia. But they didn't take anything, but they've continued to settle. And they slowed Arabia down. Put them off their war with Assyria. Made them drag their forces back. So yeah, I mean, Egypt doing a good thing. And adding to the competition. I think it could really be between these three. Unless one of these really goes and like just starts eating the other one. Which Greece maybe is about to start, at least the process. It looks like they're going to declare war. But yeah, we've seen the Ottomans not convincing. Byzantium have good tech, but not convincing. That the way they just lost this city and then peaced out. I think it would have to be Greece. The Ottomans do have a couple more settlers though, so they're not going to slow 3 more settlers. If they start making the most of this territory, then I wouldn't be against it. And you know, just go and be aggressive, settle in here, and then settle out this way towards Assyria. Then maybe I'll have some more faith. Persia adds another city as well to the south of the Caspian Sea. As Persia adds more and more along this side. So yeah, Arabia slowed down by Egypt, and it is Persia. Although I say that, they are still settling. There's some new settlers here and here. The space is really filling between these civs. They are obviously putting pressure on each other to take more of the land and resources, and all 3 of them pretty much non-stop settling. Arabia and Assyria peace out, and Egypt declares war on Greece. Ooh. Egypt doesn't have a whole lot of boats. Greece actually has more boats, but they're not as good. They're not frigates, so I don't think anything will come of this. But it's a snowbally game, right? Very soon they could have enough units, so I won't count it out. But I'd say it's unlikely as of right now, as Persia adds another city here. Not slowing down. And Arabia also getting the Sistine Chapel. Nearly at turn 200. That is a big milestone for episode 3. This is less civs, always going to be quicker at the start. Is Persia failing this war too? They are, but surely now all these riflemen will get the job done. Surely. I mean, they have no... There is not a single cannon or artillery. Might be... It's a bit early for artillery, but no cannons, no nothing. That might be hurting them a bit here. These sieges, obviously these cities, I don't know if this one does. I don't know what they built and what they didn't. There was Babylon walls. They're unique walls, but they're gone. They've burnt down, obviously. Persia just added like 3 more cities. Oh my goodness. They're just taking everything on this side. That is going to push them right up in the statistics in, you know, 5 more turns, but maybe turn 250. You think all these cities will be 10 population. It's going to be quite big at that point, quite an advantage. And the Ottomans settled the other side of Cyprus. They also settled even further north this way and east this way. Byzantium versus Greece. Okay, did not see Byzantium declaring that war. I thought it'd be the other way around, but here we go. Why does Greece have so many samurai? They must be being gifted them, or there's maybe a bug, but either way. Strange unit for them to be gifted, but it is kind of cool. They look pretty cool. I guess alternate history for you. And they're dead anyway, so... Oh no, one's still around. But yeah, Byzantium, that was a great turn. They killed a lot of units there. And finally, Akkad falls into Persia's hands. And we have our second ideology, Persia joining Arabia? No, Egypt, in autocracy. And the Ottomans also settled in here as well. I didn't see that immediately. And Arabia, okay, autocracy is going to win, isn't it? They're just all going autocracy. That's fair enough. It makes sense. But Arabia obviously misses out on those founding tenets that would have been nice to have. That's for sure. Would have been good. There's still more cities being settled around here. And here we go. Most techs. Persia, Arabia, Egypt. Oh look, it's 43, 40. Oh, I thought it was 44, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But no, it's 4, 3, 3, 2, 1. And another 1 for Assyria. We'll look at the info edits now anyway. As it is, turn 200. Sorry, just have a drink before we go into the info edits. They're always quite long. Arabia did have add another city here, and Egypt has added another couple, and another one that they're going to border the Ottomans at this rate. So there is a lot going on, and as we did see, Persia took Akkad and Babylon in the south. So it's not looking good for Assyria, and Arabia will probably have to fight one of the big neighbours next. These are huge fronts. It's going to be hard to manage for the AI. Glad I'm not in charge of it. But here we go then. World rankings. Population. Egypt leads the way ahead of Persia and then Arabia. Crop yield. Persia leads Arabia and then Egypt. So a complete flip round. That still makes no sense. Look, why? Okay, it's not quite a flip round actually. But still, yeah, Egypt has the most people but the least food. It's just... Production. Persia leads the way by quite some distance. Then Egypt and Arabia. Economy. Persia again leads Arabia, then Egypt. And then they're like double the rest. Land. Persia, Egypt, Arabia. Military. Arabia well out in front now. Well, not actually well out in front. These three again all in the 200k club. Egypt and Persia also right up there. Social policies. Persia and Egypt on 17. Greece tied with Byzantium on 15. Not so good for Arabia. They're only one behind, but still. Happiness. The Ottomans and Greece currently negative. Technologies. Persia 44. We just saw this, but I didn't actually read out who was who. Arabia and Egypt tied on 43, so that's neck and neck. And then Byzantium's 42. Net gold. Greece, Assyria, and well, Babylon's dead. But Greece and Assyria already losing money. That is not great, to be honest. Especially Greece. I don't know how they're losing. I guess Byzantium and Egypt's probably pillaging their trade routes. Or were their trade routes as well, so that doesn't help. Cities. Persia has 35 now. 27 for Arabia, 23 for Egypt, and then a bit less for the rest, although 16 still pretty good for the Ottomans. Science output is pretty close. There's 7 in it between Arabia and Persia. Egypt has much less, but they had... Oh yeah, they were behind as well, so okay. Wonders. Persia has 10, 5 for Arabia and Egypt. Influentialness. Greece is influential over somebody. I'm guessing Byzantium, just because they're next to each other, but could be anyone. Great work. 6 for Greece, 5 for pretty much everyone else, then 4, and Persia's just stuck there on 1. Trade routes. Greece has 1 more at the moment. 6. Okay, never mind. So they're not losing money for that reason, unless they're all internal routes. Tourism. Greece also leads the way ahead of Byzantium and Assyria, and well, Arabia and Egypt also on 10. Religion. I'm guessing Arabia is dominant at this point. Yeah, look at that. There you go. 37 cities with Islam. 16 for Zoroastrianism. I didn't even see Persia found that, but they have got it up, so credit to them. And then we've got 10 Buddhism for Egypt and 2 for Catholicism. Not doing so well. And we continue. So what, Arabia and Byzantium are now friends? Byzantium denounces Assyria. Okay, well that's not too important. They're not particularly close to each other. Persia still with more settlers, more production, an army of workers as well, building all these farms. Oh my goodness, look at all these workers. They're just making the most of the resources. That is the one thing with workers opposed to Civ 6's builders. Obviously, eventually you just have a point where you have too many, and there's not that many tiles to work. But they're making use of them, and there's 3 settlers in the north now as well for Persia, who are continuing to attack Assyria. We'll see what Arabia get up to now as the Ottomans put another city here and sort of block them off. It's now the first touch point. Here it is, that first border tile between the two. So they fill up this space. Egypt, that is this. Did they build this city on rock and roll? No, that was terrible, wasn't it? But this, it's just called this. Is there one called that somewhere? That's when we know it's going through like it's just going through the dictionary for words. Assyria completes porcelain tower. Greece, oh look at this, this is an epic battle. We sort of missed it. The battle for Nicaea. And again, Byzantium miss out that turn, but they're doing a lot of damage. We'll give it another turn, see what happens. I'm sure. Okay, and Persia also having some success here, grabbing another city off of the Assyrians. Yeah, look, Egypt's got nowhere to go now, so they are going to have to fight someone as they complete the Taj Mahal. Thebes, also one of the biggest cities in the world, a 30 population. But yeah, this battle is the big one, I think. The battle for Nicaea could be pretty big in the Greek Byzantine. If Byzantium gets this, this is great. Greece doesn't really have anywhere else to go, so they do not want to start losing cities, and they do take it back immediately. Now, I've learned, or been informed by you guys, that the warmonger penalty you get for taking cities, you get it every time. So if you keep losing a city, and we see it many times in AI battles, where they take it and lose it and take it and lose it, that's really bad for you, actually. So maybe take it when you're ready. Maybe that's advice. I don't know. You probably all knew that, but these AI do not, and they're deity difficulty, so you know they're smarter than me when it comes to this game. So there you go. And the Ottomans, just when it was getting interesting, as Byzantium here with this fight, and now the Ottomans come in. This could be different. This could go badly for Byzantium as Arabia squeezes a little city in here. We see the first border, actual borders with Persia now. Persia is adding more cities in the desert. How is their happiness sustaining this? This is crazy. They also settled on here, which I think is supposed to be Qatar. Sorry if I've got that wrong. Maybe it's yeah, I think the United Arab Emirates and like Dubai is that's on the actual coast, isn't it? And then this is Qatar, or Bahrain's like an island, and then this Qatar. Sorry, I'm probably getting that wrong. I'm trying my best. More cities from Persia up this way as they push. Well, they're still miles away from the Ottomans. There is lots of space. The main space on the map is sort of in between here, which is obviously going to be Persia's borders one day. Up here towards like Armenia and the Caucasus Mountains, and then down here in the desert, which is obviously not as valuable. Arabia versus Ottomans. Okay. Oh, and they're just straight in. This could go quite well for Arabia as we push into the modern era, the dawn of the modern era. Look at this. Persia ignored the 2 cities to the sides and went straight for the capital, straight for Asher. And it's probably going to work out for them, to be fair. They are probably going to get their hands on this turn. I think almost definitely, unless that rifleman somehow dies, which is not going to happen. So there we go. Persia moves in. If they pieced out now, that'd be so annoying, wouldn't it? The borders, if they left it like that. I'm sure they're going to go for the kill. But still, that would be annoying. And now we can... Oh, look, there is so much production. These 3 civs in particular are producing a huge amounts of units. And there we go. Wait, they actually... Okay, phew, they did peace out, but they took a city. I'll let them off, and they can come back for this one. There's a lake protecting it. Yeah, it's Persia's one day. Arabia also grabs this one off of the Ottomans. Not great news for the Ottomans. They need to have some success out this way. At the moment, Byzantium is just about holding on. I think they could lose 2 cities this turn, though, if they're not careful. Let's see. Greece, will they get Nicaea? Ooh. No. Will the Ottomans get this one? No, not yet. We will see if Byzantium can hold on. But there we go. That will be it for this episode. So as always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you are new to the channel. And I'll see you in the next one.